tonight's cat. High school football is back on the radio. And we get to open with a great rivalry game between the Northfield Raiders and the Faribault Falcons. It is so cool to see the Falcon Bruce Smith Field lined in its football hash marks, yard lines, players on the field getting ready to show us what they can do. Both these teams have obviously not had any scrimmages. It'll be interesting to see what happens here tonight between the Northfield Raiders and the Faribault Falcons in the Battle of Rice County. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Garlic's Water Conditioning, Faribault. Professional Pride Realty out of Northfield. By Malika's Auto Body in Faribault. Cashwise Foods in Owatonna. Tom's Lock and Key of Faribault. The Phone Station in Faribault. Little's Lawn Care and Snow Removal of Faribault. The Cans Marine of Faribault. By Weaver Physical Therapy Faribault. Ultimate Tan in Faribault. Faribault Fire Department. And State Senator John Jasinski. Not long ago, we had a chance to visit with Ned Lewis, the head coach of the Faribault Falcons, get his thoughts on tonight's game. We'll hear that in a moment, courtesy of Tom's Lock and Key. When it comes to keys, locks, there's no place better than Tom's Lock and Key. I know when I finished my interview with Ned Lewis, he pretty much said that these guys are pumped and ready for some normalcy, and they're going to get it tonight for a couple hours. Forget about COVID-19 other than the spacing on the sidelines. Just go out and play some football. We'll be back with Ned in 90 seconds. Awesome. I can hear that. That's awesome. At the conclusion of our broadcast tonight, we are going to have our Malika's Auto Body Player of the Game. That's a new feature this year on all of our sports. Malika's Auto Body will be bringing you our players of the game. It could be an offensive player, it could be a defensive player, it could be a special teams player. We might even choose more than one. But that's the new feature this year, and we certainly appreciate it. They did it throughout the soccer broadcast that we did. It was a lot of fun doing soccer, and I have to be totally honest. Had it not been for COVID-19, that might not have happened. And now I find that it really is a fun sport to broadcast. So we'll be doing some more of that, I'm sure, in the future. We've been doing some cross-country interviews, girls tennis interviews. We're going to be covering the Big Nine swimming and diving meet and be doing some interviews with the young ladies participating in that and re-airing those at night. So that's what we're going to be bringing you away in a couple of weeks on October the 17th. So without further ado, let's hear from Ned Lewis, He is the head coach of the Faribault Falcons. Get our Tom's Lock and Key of Faribault keys in tonight's game from the head coach. Whether it's keys for your car or keys for your home, Tom's Lock and Key has over 3 decades of experience. Well, Ned, it's great to have football back.
It is. The kids are extremely excited for tonight. There's just been just a whirlwind for these guys with, losing their spring season. Summer was not even close to normal. And then in August, they delayed it till March. And then it came back again. So they've been through a lot. Now they just can't wait to play.
Well, I'm guessing you don't even know what to expect here. You haven't had a scrimmage.
No scrimmage. Really only 9 practices. And on a regular year before your opener, with 2-a-days, you get about 20. So it's been half the work, but we've put in some good long hours, and these kids have really been coachable.
They take on a Northfield Raider team that has 20 seniors.
Yeah, they're still Bubba Sullivan, so they're well coached. They don't make mistakes. Personnel-wise, not much to go on because without game films to go by and a scrimmage, we just got to worry about ourselves and take care of things that we do well.
Yeah, well, in most games, turnovers are a key. I don't think this one will be any exception, right?
Not at all. It's there's going to be mistakes, and it's the team who can capitalize on those that's going to have a great advantage. So limit the mistakes as much as possible.
Tom's Lock and Key bringing you our Keys to the Game interview with Ned Lewis, the head coach of the Faribault Falcons, who opened their season against Northfield. I don't believe they were on your schedule originally. Had you played the normal time?
No, they were not. We were. The crossover games were going to be against John Marshall and Owatonna, but with the revised schedule, you needed one crossover game, and us and Northfield hook up, and that's great for football, great for high school football. 2 towns this close can play a game.
Now, traditionally, you've played for the Cannon Trophy. Is that back, or is that out of the mix here?
I think it is. It's back. But, when you don't play a team every year, it's kind of tough. And in the regular season, we've only played them, I think, twice in the last 30-some years. It'd be great to play every year, but that's just not the way our district's set up at this point in time.
It's going to be a warm one tonight, kind of like a season opener in terms of weather.
It is. This, in a regular year, this is week 6, and now it's our opener, and it is, a warm night, but also a great night to play football.
Ned, what are the Tom's Lock and Key keys for the Falcons come out of here with a season-opening win?
Well, we got to, just take care of ourselves and do things that we do and limit the mistakes as much as we can and hopefully create some turnovers and field possession will be a big key.
COVID-19 is just going to be forgotten when they get out there playing, right?
Absolutely, and these kids are extremely excited, as will the Northfield kids. So this is just great for both schools and all the kids here to come out and get back to some kind of normal and play a football game. Can't wait.
Any rules changes, Ned, this year?
Nope, everything is as is. Slight rules like players can extend, to the 10-yard lines on the sidelines, things like that. But otherwise, when you're out there playing, it's all the same.
All right, thanks, Ned. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Gordy.
Those are the Tom's Lock and Key of Faribault keys for the Falcons in this home opener against the Northfield Raiders, insured and bonded. Tom's Lock and Key can assist in opening vehicles in an emergency. When you need master key systems, phone 332-2777. That's 332-2777. We'll have your starting lineups in 90 seconds.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please stand and face the flag in the west end of Bruce Smith Field. As we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
So we'll take it back at Bruce Smith Field in 1 minute. We are ready for some high school football here from Bruce Smith Field. Gordy Kosfeld at the KDHL Sports microphone on KDHL AM Faribault, Minnesota. Next week we'll have the Falcon game at Casson Manorville if they have a game. The Comets have had some COVID issues, as I understand it, so hopefully it's still on. That would be over at KM Telecom Field where they have the artificial surface. Did not see the coin toss, so I'll find out when everybody else does who's on offense and who's on defense. For Faribault, Hunter Nelson will be their quarterback. Elijah Hammond's their running back offensively. Receivers are Isaac Mata, Johnny Frank, A.J. Worrell, Taylor Day. Tackles are Tyler Gillen and Owen Ellenson. Tim Nearby is the center. Alex Leet and Devin Lockerby are the guards. For the Falcons on defense, up front will be Tim Nearby, Owen Ellenson, and Devin Lockerby. Linebackers are John Palmer, Nick Ehlers, Matthias Lenway, Cale Castile. Corners are Ian Ehlers and Isaac Mata. Owen Nesberg and Gail Ramirez are the safeties for the Faribault Falcons on defense. And for the Northfield Raiders, offensively, their quarterback will be Cole Stanchina. Running back is Blake Melgren. He's playing at safety. The running backs are Josh Johnson and Charlie Monahan. The center is Kyle Schultz. One of the guards is Mason Pagel. The other guard is Nolan Stepka. Nick Lopez is one of the tackles. Ryan Johnson is the other tackle. Wide receivers Ethan Lanthier. As the Falcons break their special teams huddle and head out onto the field, and likewise the Northfield Raiders. It appears like Northfield will be receiving here. Going left to right in your radio dial. Faribault Falcons right to left. Faribault in their Falcon green with white numerals. Says Falcons on the front of their uniforms, the solid green helmets, and the Northfield Raiders in their road whites with maroon trim, and of course maroon and gold are their colors. Looks like they have solid maroon helmets here, traditionally the gold N on the side, but I don't see that. As they're ready to go, the cheerleaders are pumping up the crowd here. Of course, 250 is the limit. It looks sparse compared to what we normally see, but hey, we've got high school football right here, the mighty 920. As kicking off is going to be John Palmer. He's waiting for the official to give him the indication to go. Ball's near the near side hash mark at the 40. Back deep for Northfield is Melgren and Monahan. I don't know if they're waiting for the clock to strike 7 or what, but the clock on the scoreboard has not got the time up, so that's what they're waiting for. As soon as they get that remedied, we'll be ready to rock and roll. You can hear the anticipation in the crowd, can't you? We'll turn up my crowd mic here. There we go. Now we're ready to go. They got it up to 12 minutes for the quarter, and the kick is an end-over kick. COVID 2020 season underway. From the 10, he takes it out to the 30, the 35, and he'll be stacked up at about the 37-yard line. Getting helped up by his teammate is Charlie Monahan. He's a sophomore. They do not have the heights and weights listed on the Northfield roster here, so I won't be able to give you those. But I think I just gave you their offensive lineup a moment ago and the defense for the Faribault Falcons. Start 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. So Northfield starts 1st and 10 from the 28. Stanchina under center. Double receivers left, single receiver right, single back behind him. Handoff goes that back, had a nice hole initially, and it's covered up in a hurry by the Falcons. The handoff went to Josh Johnson. He's a senior. He picks up 4 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 32-yard line of Northfield. Double receivers left, single receiver right. Man in a wing back on the left. Monahan is the lone running back. Stanchina barks out the signals in the gun. He takes the snap, pitches it. Coming up to make a tackle very close to, will be just short of the first down. Nice job to come up from the corner and get the tackle. Monahan got the pitch. He'll take it out to about the 37, 36-yard line. So here we go, a big 3rd down to start this game. It'll be 3rd down and a couple. 3rd and a couple at about the 36, between the 36 and the 37-yard line. See if Stanchina comes under center here. Nope, he's not going to come under center. He's got backs on either side of him. Receivers to each side. There's the snap. I thought they started maybe a little too soon, but no flag, and he's going to, on second effort, get the first down. Second and third effort. He got the first down to the 39-yard line. By the way, the corner that came up for Faribault and made that nice tackle earlier was Ian Ehlers, the 6'2", 170-pound sophomore. So it's 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Receivers to either side. Split backs by the quarterback who's in the gun. Drops back. Stanchina's a lefty. Throws to his left. He's going to wing it out there, and it's incomplete. Boy, running right with him. I mean, stride for stride with the receiver was Isaac Mata, the 5'6", 150-pound junior. A tall receiver out there. And he looks even taller because Mata's not a big guy. The intended target was Ethan Lanthier, the senior. So Lanthier will line up to the right. Trips to the left. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line. Stanchina has a back standing to his left. He points. He drops the ball. He wings it out to the left. It's caught in the slot, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 46-yard line. So a 15-yard pickup on the hookup. It'll be another first down for the Northfield Raiders as they take it down to the 45. We'll call it the 45 of the Faribault Falcons. Lanthier, the big receiver, wide to the right. They have another tall receiver wide left, a man in the slot left. And the man that made that catch for Northfield was Kip Sketton. Handoff goes up the middle, and there's not much there. Driving him back, giving him a big old bear hug was Devin Lockerby, the 6'5", 301-pound junior. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the 45 of Faribault. Northfield has methodically gotten to this point with a couple of first downs, one rushing, one passing. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. The center for the Raiders, Kyle Schultz, a junior, comes out over the football. Stanchina has Monahan to his left, double receivers, actually trips to the right, nobody to the left, takes the snap, drops back, looks. He throws off to the right. It's going to be a wobbly pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. Ehlers on the coverage. The ball was well out of bounds. That was, well, it is the Pheasant opener tomorrow, isn't it? That didn't come out the way he wanted it to. We might got another receiver come in here for the Northfield Raiders as Stanchina sees double receivers right, single receiver to the left. Monahan is back. He's got a wing back right. There's the snap. He's going to drop back. He throws it out in the flat. They were going to set up a bit of a screen there. They let the Falcons come, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. So interesting. Northfield trying to get something going on their passing, and they really had good success running the ball. And now it's, you heard Ned Lewis tell us during our Tom's Lock and Key Keys, his punting is going to be the tall receiver Lanthier. Back deep for Faribault is Mata. He stands at the 10-yard line. Standing at about his 40 is Lanthier. He takes a low snap. He'll kick it. This is returnable, but he lets it bounce. Takes the bounce, runs to his right, does Mata. He's going to run more to his right. He's going to get run out of bounds. Boy, it looked to me like that was a low enough punt that he could have come up and, caught that on the fly and been in full gear, but what do I know? I've never been a punt returner. 8 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. No score. Now we'll see if Faribault can get some offense going. The Falcons moving right to left on your radio dial will start at the 14-yard line. Nelson's going to roll. He's going to pitch it left. He's going to run up the middle on the near side hash mark and take it all the way out to the 26-yard line. That was Taylor Day, 5'10", 175-pound senior, takes it all the way out to the 25-yard line on his first carry. It's a first down for Faribault. During Fire Prevention Week, the Faribault Fire Department reminds you the first thing to do in case of fire is phone 911. Day goes in motion. They wing it out to Day. Day has one missed block, or I should say missed tackle, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards. He really didn't have much for blockers out there, to be honest. So a little swing pass to Day. Looks like they're featuring him on this first series. He'll pick up a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8. The ball at the 27-yard line. In the Falcons right to left on your radio dial. Castile's a wing left. Nelson's going to hand it off up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He's still going. He's at a first down, and he's in midfield. He's going down the far sideline. He'll take it all the way down. I don't see any dirty linen. Takes it all the way down to about the 40-yard line of Northfield. Well, he just got his motor going, and he just kept going. A nice run by Elijah Hammonds, the 5'10", 216-pound junior. Ball's at the 40-yard line. So a 43-yard run is they're going to try off the left this time, and nothing doing. We got a flag late. A flag late. The handoff went to Matthias Lenway, 5'11", 185-pound junior. Lenway, and it's going to be a hold against Faribault. So Faribault gets whistled for a hold. And you know they're going to take that penalty. They mark the football down at the 48-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Faribault. We're in the first quarter, 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Northfield had a couple of first downs, and then they were done. 7:06 to go here in the first quarter. Faribault's had a couple of really nice runs. Double receivers left, receiver right, dropping back Nelson. He looks, he's in trouble. He rolls to his left, and he throws to his left. He had a man wide open. and unfortunately was not able to hook up with him. Day was out there. Behind him was Mata. Mata almost caught it behind Day when he was trying to throw it, I think, to Day. Nelson, of course, very good athlete, was a very good back last year for the Faribault Falcons. And I'm sure the reason why he's a quarterback is because of that athleticism and the ability to make it run some option. Receivers stayed lined up left. They have Day in the slot left. Outside of him is A.J. Worrell, the 6'3", 170-pound junior. Nelson rolls to his left. The lefty throws, and it's incomplete. So after a couple of long runs, the Falcons got that holding penalty, and, well, frankly, they kind of put themselves in a hole. And now they're on a third down and forever. You got to get down to the 30-yard line of Northfield, and they're sitting at the 48. Well, that's about 22 yards. Double receivers left. Double receivers right. Nelson has Hammonds to his left. He's going to drop back and immediately look. He's going to throw out to the left, and he's going to almost have the ball picked off. Went down the middle of the field, tried to get it to Day. Good coverage that time by Northfield's Stanchina, who's not only the quarterback, but he's also a safety for the Raiders. Yeah, he's a safety along with Melgren. So Faribault's going to have to punt. Back to receive this is Kip Shetnan. Double receivers left, single receiver right. I mean, it's a punt. The punt's going to come to the near side. It's going to bounce at the 26. It'll be downed by Faribault. Day downs it. And I think they're going to mark it at the 26. We'll see. Well, they're going to mark it at the 28. That's an 18-yard line. It's at the 18-yard line. That's where Northfield will start 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. So both teams have had one offensive series. Both teams have had a couple of first downs. But that's all we've had so far. It's fun, though, to see some football. Stanchina's in the gun. Standing to his right is Johnson. He'll hand it off up the middle, and not much there. Johnson quickly gets up. On the tackle that time for the Faribault Falcons was Owen Ellenson, the 6'4", 215-pound senior who goes both ways. The Raiders have 4 guys go both ways. And the Falcons, I think, have 5 guys go both ways here tonight. It's going to be a lot of players will get to play. It's very, very warm. Double receivers right and left. Stanchina's in the gun. He's got a towel in front of him. The N logo near that towel. They snap the football. He rotates the ball in his hand. He rolls to his left. He looks, he points, he throws, and he got a guy catching it on his knees. The officials say no catch. No catch. It'll be 2nd down and 9. With 5:48 to go. Now both Bubba Sullivan and Ned Lewis have coached against each other not a lot of times over the years because, well, they're in different pods or districts, I guess is what they call them now. Raiders a Class 5A school and Faribault a 4A program. Double receivers right and left on a 3rd down and 9 from the 19-yard line. Stanchina barks out to his left. Takes the snap, and he's going to roll to his left as Gold spikes. He sets up, he throws. He's got a man out there, and it is, was it caught? No. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. Tried to get it to Lanthier. So they're going to have to punt from deep in their own territory. And Ned Lewis, if you recall, during our Tom's Lock and Key Keys, said he thought one of the big keys in this game would be field position. And Faribault can turn the field right here. Shetland will be punting. Mata standing at about the 44-yard line for Faribault. Of course, you got to get a good snap here. 4th and 9. He gets it off. Mata again is going to let it bounce. It's going to take a Falcon bounce. It'll be down at about the 45-yard line of Northfield. Well, if you're the Falcons, you definitely want to take advantage of this. You're on your opponent's side of the field. The Faribault Fire Department, again, reminding us never, ever use your oven to heat your home. A fire safety reminder during Fire Prevention Week here. They'll be with us tomorrow on the BA homecoming game. We'll be right back here at Bruce Smith Field as the Randolph Rockets come to town to take on the Cardinals in their homecoming game and a home opener as well. Handoff up the middle, not much there. Nothing really, maybe even a loss of a yard. Was carrying the ball that time for Faribault was Matthias Lenway. On the stop was Ryan Johnson. He's a junior. Northfield has the last name and first name reversed from Faribault, so it's kind of hard. As he throws off, oh, nice slant pattern. It's going to be, I think, enough for a first down. It looks like he's right at the stick. A.J. Worrell looks like he's got the 10 yards to me. That was a nice slant pattern there. Those are so hard to cover. 3rd first down for the Falcons. It's Fire Prevention Week. Faribault Fire Department bummed they can't have open house this year, but due to COVID-19, they remind you the pandemic is not going to stop fires. Trying to get off to the right and losing his footing is Day. He's going to lose yardage on the play. They lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 36. Remember, they had a hold that stalled them last drive. They had 2 outstanding runs. Hammonds and Day. Double receivers left, 1 receiver right, handoff, bouncing it outside. There's a missed tackle. He's going to be I think he's got the first down. I think he picked up maybe 11 or 12 yards. Handoff went to Lenway again. And that should be good for the 4th first down for Faribault. During Fire Prevention Week, the theme highlights cooking safety. Cooking fires are the #1 cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the main reason for them. Stay in the kitchen when you're cooking. A reminder from the Faribault Fire Department. Double receivers left, a receiver right. And a wingback Castile there. The high snap, he'll hand it off. He's going to break it off up the middle of far side hash mark. And some good blocking on that particular play for Lenway to pick up some more yardage. Ball is just outside the 20 at the 22-yard line. Be a pickup of 4 on the play from the 22-yard line of Northfield. Just camping out wide left is Worrell. He doesn't even go to the huddle. And receiver breaks off to the right. Nelson will have handoff go to Day. Day's looking for a block, and then we got a flag on this play, and it could be another hold. It would be devastating to Faribault. We'll see what the call is. It was thrown in the line play, so we'll see. Faribault had a hold earlier that pretty much killed that last series. The officials are now discussing the call. Did they pick it up? 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go. We got an injury down here that I can't see. So one of the Falcons is down. And it is Taylor Day who's down here. At first when I saw it, I thought maybe he had a cramp. It's pretty warm out here, but they are working on his right foot or ankle. Yeah, they're working on the ankle there. 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the first quarter. We have no score. Falcons were marching. Going to be 2nd and 12. Day's going to come limping off the field. He looks to be okay. Well, you tweak your ankle or something, and he's limping, but he looks like he get a little ice on there. Might be able to come back. 3:04 to go. Got double receivers right, wing back left, wide receiver left is Worrell. Nelson rolls to his right, throws to his right, and it is incomplete. Tried to get it to Mata. Mata was on a crossing pattern and was really not very far downfield. It'll be 3rd down and 12. So sure Ned Lewis is thinking we don't know that we're going to get this kind of field position all day. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 from the 27-yard line. Again, standing away from the huddle is Worrell. Off to the left. Receiver off to the right is Johnny Frank. Hammonds is standing to the right of Nelson, who rolls to his right. The left-hander looks. He throws downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. It's out of bounds. Tried to get it to Mata inside the 5 on a 4th down and 12. That's what it'll be now, 4th and 12. And actually, you're deep enough now, or you, with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Obviously, if you were to try a little pooch punt to get it out of bounds inside the 10 or the 5, you could go with that option, but it looks like they're going for it here on a 4th and 12 from the 27 of Northfield. Double receivers right, double receivers left, dropping back Nelson. Looks right. He's going to throw over the middle, and it's knocked down. Knocked down by one of the linebackers. I think getting his paw on it was Isaac Johnson. He's a senior inside linebacker. There's a lot of traffic in there, and so they're going to turn it over on downs. So another penalty kind of stalls the drive. And taking over will be Northfield at their 27-yard line. Two minutes and 48 seconds to go in this first quarter. Double receivers right. Stanchina kind of talking to his back behind him. One of the linebackers backs up a little bit. Johnson is his back. He runs up the middle, and there's not much there. Coming in, not a real big guy, Cade McCusker. He's a 150-pound senior linebacker, and he came in and made a nice tackle. Loss of a yard on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 11, the ball at the 26-yard line. And so far, the defenses, as you would maybe expect with no scrimmage, a little ahead of the offense. Double receivers left and right. Back standing to the left of Stanchina. He'll take the snap. It's a low one. Drops back. He's in trouble! And he's going to be sacked. Coming flying through, it's Palmer for the sack. John Palmer, the 6'1", 180-pound senior, came storming through. It looked to me like nobody laid a finger on him. And he gets the sack all the way back. Haven't put the mark yet. It's down to the 15-yard line. So a loss of 11 on the play, thanks to Mr. Palmer. They take it down to the 15-yard line, and it's going to be third down and a long, long ways. They got to get out to about the 37. Double receiver actually trips to the right, single receiver left. If I'm Faribault, I might blitz here. They're going to have a flag right away. It's going to be against Northfield. That'll march them back more if they take the penalty. Well, it's a false start. So they're going to go back to the 9-yard line. And well, that was a great play by Palmer. One of the early candidates for a Malika's Auto Body Player of the Game. Mr. Hammond's long run was a highlight here in the first quarter. We're under a minute to go in the first quarter of the 2020 Faribault Falcon football season. Double receivers right, single receiver left. Stanchina is in the gun. Low snap again. He drops back. He throws off to the left. He's just winging it out there. It's going to be, oh my, should have been picked off. Mata's like, how could I not catch that ball? He didn't, obviously. And they're going to have to punt from their end zone. Lanthier is going to punt here from his end zone. Let's see if Faribault comes after this. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Mata standing back at the 42. It's a good snap. They didn't come after it. Boy, a nice kick. He's going to back up to the... Oh, he didn't catch the ball. It bounces. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 50, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 44-yard line of Northfield. So Faribault, for the second straight possession, is going to have the ball on the Northfield side of the field. I'm sure the Falcon coaches are thinking we got to take advantage of this. By the way, speaking of taking advantage, you always score quality service with Professional Pride Realty in Northfield. I love visiting with Pete Mergens. We do that twice a month here on KDHL Radio. It's a lot of fun. We have a chamber-based show and a community-based show. We learn what's happening in Northfield. Double receivers right, single receiver left. Oh, the snap went off the hands of Nelson. He just slides down to his derriere at about the 44-yard line of Faribault. So a 12-yard loss on that play. As the clock's winding down, that'll be the last play of the first quarter, I would think. Yep, they're letting the clock wind down, or maybe they don't even recognize the clock, but the first quarter is in the book. Faribault Falcons, nothing. Northfield Raiders, nothing. When we resume action, Faribault will have it second down and long at the 44-yard line. The first quarter in the book, back in 1 minute. Tomorrow we'll have homecoming football game for the Cardinals of Faribault Bethlehem Academy. The Randolph Rockets are in town. And then tomorrow night we have volleyball as Medford hosts BA in a Gopher Conference opener for both those teams. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll get underway about 7 in Medford. So football in the afternoon and volleyball at night. Nearby comes out over the football, and there's a pass off to the left. There's a quick slant there to Worrell. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the pass play. Obviously not near enough. I have 53 yards total rushing in the first quarter for Faribault and 12 yards passing. We'll check out the Northfield stats. 11:25 to go here in the first half. Nelson is going to throw it over the middle. It's knocked away. Swatting it out of the air like a volleyball for the Northfield Raiders was Ian Stanton. The junior did a nice job to just swat that out of the air. The ball's right at the midfield stripe. It's 4th down. And Nelson is back. He's going to punt it. It's caught. He's going to range out to his left. He's at the 15. There's a missed tackle. There's a block in the back, but I didn't see. There comes the flag. There was a block in the back, but the flag is not going to be for that, I don't think. We'll see what the flag is. They marked the ball at the 31. They're going to march it against Faribault. So a few penalties have hurt the Falcons, and they're marching this baby all the way out to the 46-yard line. Personal foul there. Third penalty against the Falcons, and it's hurt them here in the first half. 11:07 to go. We have no score. That moves the ball all the way up to the 46. Double receivers left, single receiver right. Stanchina comes under center. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. He was going to pull it out of his belly, and he's lucky he didn't get a fumble. A host of Falcons are there. Getting up off the bottom of the legs there for the Faribault Falcons was Owen Ellenson, the 6'4", 215-pound senior. A loss of a yard. They were lucky to hang on to the ball there. Stanchina looked like he wanted to pull it out of his belly and at the last instant. Lanthier is wide to the left. A receiver wide to the right. The back standing next to Stanchina is Melgren. Dropping back, Stanchina's got some time. He throws. He got hit just as he released, and it's caught by Lanthier. He's going to have a touchdown. 55-yard touchdown pass to Lanthier. Just a go route. 55-yard touchdown pass, Stanchina, and he was being pursued at the last instant. A Falcon got in there, Nick Ehlers, but just a hair too late. And Lanthier had a good separation between him and the defender. And it's touchdown with 10:13 to go in the first half. Northfield on the 55-yard bomb. Here comes the extra point kick. Is held and through the uprights. Stanchina is the holder, by the way, for the kick. The kicker for the Northfield Raiders is Charlie Pratt. He's a junior. And the Raiders strike pay dirt first with a 55-yard touchdown pass. 10:13 to go first half. 7-0 Northfield, back in 30 seconds. The Faribault Falcons find themselves down 7-0 here. They had the better field position. You heard Ned Lewis and our Tom's Lock and Key. A couple of times they started in Northfield territory, but penalties in virtually all of their series have cost them dearly. And Northfield gets the 55-yard touchdown pass. as they tee it up and get ready to kick it off. Again, Pratt is the kicker. Mata is back deep on the near side, and on the far side for the Faribault Falcons is Owen Nesberg. Kick's going to go to Nesberg. Takes it from the 7, the 10. He bounces it out to the 15. He wanted to cut inside on the near side hash mark and got taken down right there. Nice job on special teams. He's pretty pumped too. Is Joshua Voigt. He's a junior. Going to mark the ball at the 17-yard line. That's where Faribault will start. Remember, their last two possessions were in Northfield territory, and they could not take advantage. They started at the 45 and the 44. 7-0. Northfield leads it. 10:08 to go first half. The receiver stays out here, not involved in the huddle. Hammonds is going to run off to the left. Immediately up there. First down. It was out down to the 30-yard line. On the stop time of the Faribault Falcons was Ramirez. Ball's at the 30-yard line. It's 3rd and 5, so a little more manageable here. Receiver left, up triple receivers to the right. Stanchina takes the snap, looks, immediately throws. He's got a man. Wow, it's tipped and it's caught and intercepted by Faribault. That was right out the hands of the receiver, and the pick is made by Ian Ehlers. So Ehlers picks it off. He'll give Faribault great field position again at the 30-yard line of Northfield. Third time in this first half that Faribault started in Northfield territory. So a nice pick by Ehlers. And it was right off the hands of the receiver. Definitely a catchable ball. Double receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Let's see if they go right for the juggler. Alvarez has been a big fan of that after a turnover. They're going to hand it off to Hammonds, and there's, oh man, is he strong. He broke 2 tackles and takes no gain. That's one of the best no-gain runs I've seen in a long time. 3 guys had him dead to rights, and he got back to the line of scrimmage. The successful runs that Faribault had in the first series were quick hitters. Not a lot of dancing, you know what I mean? Just go down the field. Wide to the left for the Falcons is Frank. Mata's in the slot. Klecker's wide to the right. Handoff goes to Hammonds. No, Nelson keeps it himself. Oh my, did a great move there to get by a would-be tackler. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Now this, again, Faribault had great field position following the pick, and they've only gotten 5 yards and a couple of downs. So this is huge. Of course, this is 2-down territory here if you're the Falcons and you don't get it. Double receivers right, single receiver left. Handoff Hammonds, no. Nelson keeps it himself. He's got the first down. Takes it all the way down to the 14-yard line. On the stop is Porter Adams. So a first down for Faribault. Their 5th of the game as he takes it down to the 16-yard line. Nice run by the quarterback, Hunter Nelson. Keeps this drive alive. Faribault trying to, well, let's see if they go for 2 if they score. Handoff goes up the middle. Hammonds bounces it out to the left. If it looked like he was bottled up, he's going to go all the way in for the touchdown. 16-yard touchdown run by Hammonds. Comes with 5 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Let's see if the Falcons try to take the lead with a 2 or kick the extra point. Looks like they're going to be going for 2. 5:34 to go in the first half. Palmer is the tight end left. He's coming under center is Nelson. Takes the snap, he fakes the handoff, he rolls to his left, he looks back the other way. It's caught or not. Nope, they tried to get it to Palmer. So 7-6, Northfield has the lead thanks to the missed 2-point conversion. Five minutes, 34 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders 7, the Falcons 6, back in 30 seconds. Well, the Faribault Falcons get the beautiful run, 16-yard touchdown by Hammonds, but they're unable to get the 2-point conversion and find themselves down by 1, 7-6. They'll kick off here with 5:34 to go in the first half. Northfield, in the first quarter, had just 21 yards rushing. Their big play, the 55-yard touchdown pass, Stanchina to Lanthier. Faribault in the first quarter had 53 yards rushing. Nelson had the nice 10-yard run for the first down, and then you had the 16-yard touchdown. So the running game has worked well here for Faribault. As Palmer tees it up at the 40, going left to right on your radio dial here in the second quarter at Bruce Smith Field. There aren't too many more picturesque settings than this one. The river in the backdrop. And here comes the kick. Near side hash mark, end over end kick. It's going to be taken at the 15. He's at the 20. He's at the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 27 or 28-yard line. We got a flag that comes out late. We'll see what that's all about. On the stop was George Soto. He's a 5'8", 182-pound sophomore. It's against Faribault again. So they'll march off another biggie. Another 15-yarder. That's kind of been the difference, here in the first half for Faribault. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot. They've had some great field position. They do convert the pick, right? They had the pick by Ehlers, and then Hammonds gets the 16-yard touchdown. Under center comes Stanchina. Receiver right, receiver left. In motion goes Shetland from left to right. Stanchina fakes the handoff. He fakes the pitch. He rolls to his left. He throws to his left. He's got a man open, and it's knocked away by Worrell. Nice play by Worrell. It looked like Lanthier was open in Worrell. That's so hard to cover those crossing patterns. Stanchina couldn't get just enough zip on it before Worrell was there to kind of break it up. Well, he's a tall target. As I said, they don't have the heights and the weights here for the Northfield roster. But Lanthier is a tall young man. And Shetland's no shrimp either out there in terms of height. You got some smaller DBs. Of course, Worrell's 6'3" himself. So that's a good matchup. In the gun, Stanchina rolls right. He's going to pitch it right. And he's going to pick up some yardage. He'll be brought down out of bounds by Lockerbie. Devin Lockerbie, the 6'5", 301-pound junior. Well, he waited till the last instant to pitch that baby. Monahan, the lone back this time. They got trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Pick up a 5 on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Dropping back, Stanchini is going to rifle it. And he was on the ground when he caught the ball, Shetland. But it'll be enough for a 1st down, just barely. At least that's the way it appears to me. Yep, they moved the chains. Remember, that pick was off the hands. It was too high a throw. It's when you're throwing it to a guy who's laying on the ground pretty much, don't have quite as much of a chance to have it be a tip drill. So Lanthier, who's caught the 55-yard touchdowns, wide to the left, trips to the right. Stanchina comes under center. Takes the snap, he rolls left, he ducks under 2 would-be tacklers, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 41-yard line. Nice 7-yard pickup there by Stanchina. Man, oh man, I don't know how he ducked under that tackler. It's amazing what you can do when adrenaline's flowing, isn't it? Get those big guys chasing you. You got, Lockerbie's over 300 pounds. Ball's at the 42-yard line. 3:43 to go, first half. 7-6 Northfield. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Stanchina has Monahan standing to his left. Barks out the signals. Takes the snap, drops, throws to his right. Has a man wide open in the slot. I mean, nobody was near him. And he's easily going to get the 1st down. About a 14-yard pickup on that pass to Shetland again. He's hooking up with him quite often here. It's another 1st down for Northfield. And they're methodically moving right down the field. Remember, after the kickoff, they had the penalty, did Faribault, and that gave them pretty good starting field position here. There's a timeout taken by Northfield here with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half. Gordy Kosfeld at the KDHL Sports microphone. During Fire Prevention Week, the theme highlights cooking safety. Cooking fires are the #1 cause of home fires, and unattended cooking is the main reason for them. Stay in the kitchen when you're cooking. A reminder from the Faribault Fire Department during this Fire Prevention Week. He'll be with us tomorrow during the BA game as well. It's homecoming for the Cardinals. They host the Randolph Rockets. We'll get underway at 1:45, a 2 o'clock kickoff. This game, by the way, being taped for FCTV usage. And I think the Cardinal game will be on FCTV as well. And then tomorrow night we'll be over in Medford for the BA volleyball opener against the Medford Tigers. Some interesting scores from last night's volleyball action. Unfortunately, the Faribault Falcons did not win their opener. They traveled to Mayo and lost in 4 sets. Their home opener scheduled for tonight. Or tomorrow night, I'm sorry. Against Albert Lee. 7:15 first serve. So Lanthier, the man who caught the long touchdown pass, is wide to the right. They have trips off to the left. Stanchina's in the gun. Takes the snap, looks, whips it off the left. Oh, man, they had a nice little screen set up there. He dropped the ball. He looked before he ran is what happened there. So they'll try it again, a 2nd and 10 for the 29-yard line of Faribault. 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Here in the first half. Trips to the left. Lanthier's off to the right. Got quite a cushion there from his defender dropping back. He's going to whip it off to the left, and it is caught. And it's going to be short of the first down. He had some zip on that pass. On the stop was Owen Nesberg, but not before he picks up a good chunk of maybe 8 yards. So Lanthier and Stanchino ran to the sideline to get the play. It's 3rd and 3 from the 22-yard line. And, of course, you're in 2-down territory here. Trips to the right, single receiver left. Back standing to the right is Stanchina. Palmer looks like he's going to blitz, and he does. He picks it up. Throw down the middle of the end zone, near side. And it's not going to be caught. So it's a one corner of this field that I can't see. Tried to get it to Lanthier. Of course, it was a go route that they scored on. That was similar, only they didn't go down a seam that time. They went toward the sideline. So it'll be 4th down and 3. I like the try, though. Actually, got to kick a field goal here. This will be a 40-yarder. This will be a 40-yard field goal. So Pratt, Stanchina's the holder. A 40-yard field goal attempt near side hash mark. The kick is up, and man, oh man, did he boot that baby. No good. Had plenty of distance, but man, oh man, a 40-yard field goal attempt. You don't see that every day of the week in high school. 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go. You had plenty of leg. It just was wide. So for the 20-yard line, Faribault will start 1st and 10. They have 2 minutes and 17 seconds. We'll see if they can get a big play here as Nelson comes to the huddle. Coming out over the football is Nearby, the 247-pound center. Snap Nelson, hands off to Hammonds, bounces it off to the left. He tries to cut upfield and just didn't have the blocking. Maybe got a couple yards. They're going to need to, if they're going to get the score in 2 minutes, they need more than 2-yard runs. Actually, he didn't gain anything. I thought he gained. Yeah, he gained up a couple of yards. 22-yard line, it's 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Wide to the left. Here's Worrell, handoff Hammonds, and again, point of attack. Didn't get the block he needed to free him. He picks up nothing. Going to be 3rd down and 8, and you're going to give Northfield the ball back here. The Raiders will stop that clock with 1:32 to go. They can get the ball in pretty good field position. Faribault has been trying to run the ball, which obviously keeps the clock moving typically. But they haven't been very long plays. We got Cat Engineering back at the studios. You're in tune to KDHL AM Faribault, Minnesota. Now, typically you hear Faribault Falcon football on Power 86. And we got hit by lightning a couple weekends ago down at the station and are not able to do games on Power at this point. Hopefully we get that remedied, so we can bring you a game on the AM and the FM like we traditionally have done over the years. It was nice that BA was on a Saturday in their opener and Faribault on a Friday, so we could do both teams' openers this weekend right here on KDHL. Double receivers right. Hammonds is alone back next to Nelson. A.J. Worrell is off to the left. He's going to roll to his right. The left-handed quarterback throws the pass and falling down at midfield. The only guy I could figure that he was maybe throwing that to is Mr. Frank, and he fell down at midfield, so that'll be an incomplete pass and stops the clock with 1:25 to go. So on a 4th and 8, Shetland is stretching at the 45-yard line for Northfield. Nelson takes the snap and he'll kick it. A high, very short kick. It's going to bounce out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark this. Northfield's going to get great starting field position here. They're going to start at the 40 of Faribault, and we'll see if the Raiders take advantage of their great field position. Faribault started in Northfield territory 3 times this half and has scored once. Actually marked the ball at the 34-yard line out of bounds, so 34 of Faribault. From the 34-yard line of Faribault is the ball. One of the highlights defensively, obviously the Ehlers pick, but also a Palmer sack. And Faribault could use one of those here because that young man's got a good enough leg. If they get another 20 yards downfield, might have a shot. We had another timeout. Northfield has to take a timeout here. Interesting, they came out, didn't even run a play. It was 1st and 10 for the 34 of Faribault, and they decided to take a timeout there with 1:18 to go. Scoreboard says one of those timeouts was Faribault, I guess. So they do have one in their pocket according to the scoreboard. What a beautiful night. Typical weather that you would see on an opener in the last weekend of August, right? We had temperatures in the 80s today. Tomorrow's supposed to be cooler, and believe me, the Cardinal football players are going to love that. They'd rather be in the 60s than the 80s. So double receivers left. Lanthier is on the near side. Shetland's on the far side. And Shetland started too soon. No flag. Stanchina's going to throw to his right to Shetland. He started way too soon. His pass is incomplete. I don't know how they didn't see that. He started before the snap. They're going to place the ball back at the 34-yard line. We got a couple of receivers left, single receiver right, 1:12 to go here in the first half, 2nd and 10, 34-yard line of Faribault. Stanchina drops back, looks. They got a screen over the middle. And they got some guys in front of him, a missed tackle, another missed tackle, and he's going to take it all the way down for a first down. to about the 17-yard line. So another 17-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and 10. The ball's at about, like I say, the 17. Stanchino's in trouble. The guy missed a tackle. He's going to roll to his left. Ehlers missed the tackle. He's going to throw over the middle, and it's intercepted. He's at the 10. Oh, my, did he get hit. How did he hang on to the football? Ramirez gets the pick, second pick. Ramirez gets the interception, and boy, did he get walloped bringing the ball back up the field. That looked like Brett Favre against the Saints in the NFC Championship game. Throw across the field. And, of course, Faribault is very deep in Northfield territory, but the Raiders don't score. And with 42.9 seconds, you would think that Faribault would just run the clock out here. Remember, they get the ball to start the second half. You don't want to do anything too fancy here and give it right back. Double receivers left, single receiver right. Professional Pride Realty is the place to go. Oh, there's a high snap, and Nelson's in trouble, and he smartly just goes to the ground at the 5-yard line. That snap had some zip on it. It was high, and it's a good thing that Nelson's as good an athlete as he is. He was able to corral it and then just did the smart thing in getting down. They're going to let the clock roll down here, 13 seconds and counting. They don't have to snap the ball, and that's going to be the end of the first half. As the clock winds down to 0 and the first half is in the book. The Northfield Raiders 7, the Faribault Falcons 6. We'll take a look at whatever statistics we can from the first half here on KDHL AM Faribault, Minnesota. We'll be back in 90 seconds. It's halftime here at Bruce Smith Field in Faribault. It's so cool to see high school football back on the field, and we've got a good game here. 7-6, the Northfield Raiders on top. Faribault was not able to take advantage of some great field position in the first half. They started 3 times in Northfield territory. Northfield started once in Faribault territory, and they weren't able to take advantage of that either. But they scored on a 55-yard touchdown with 10:13 to go in the first quarter, 5:34 to go in the half. The Faribault Falcons, Elijah Hammonds, the 5'10", 216-pound junior, scored from 16 yards out. Those are the 2 touchdowns. The difference so far is a Pratt extra point. He missed a 40-yard field goal, or Northfield would have had a bigger lead. 7-6 is our halftime score. 7-6. Hey, when you want to sell a home or buy a home, There's no better place to go than Professional Pride Realty in Northfield. Pete Mergens and his gang do exactly what the name says. They provide professional service with pride at Professional Pride Realty in Northfield. Hey, at the conclusion of our broadcast, we'll be selecting our Malika's Auto Body of Faribault Falcons player of the game. They could be offense, defense, special teams. The team at Malika's Auto Body can assist you when your vehicle suffered some crunch time. MalikasAutobody.com is where you can get more details. MalikasAutobody.com. Well, we got Mr. Graves doing janitor work here in the press box tonight. I didn't know he had that in. He's sweeping the floor. I got a kitchen that you can work on. So, the Falcons are in their end zone to the right. The Raiders in the end zone to our left. Again, Faribault will get the ball to start the second half. They trail by a 7-6 score to the Northfield Raiders here in the season opening game. Tomorrow, we're going to have a doubleheader of sorts. We'll have football in the afternoon. 2 o'clock kickoff will start at 1:45 as the Cardinals of Faribault Bethlehem Academy host the Randolph Rockets. It's going to be a homecoming football game. And then tomorrow night, we'll have our first volleyball broadcast of the season. The Cardinals of Bethlehem Academy at Medford. Medford, of course, two-time defending section champions, right? Two-time defending section champs are the Medford Tigers. Cardinals look to improve upon last year where they had a good season, no question. And it should be a very interesting game. The Gopher Conference is loaded this year in volleyball, and they're going to be even more loaded because Kenyon Wanamingo is coming next year. Now, they're a little down here early in the season. They had to replace a lot of people at Kenyon Wanamingo. They lost to Triton in their opener. But believe me, by the end of the year, they're going to be giving teams some fits. We'll be seeing them on Tuesday of next week when they host the Cannon Falls Bombers. That's always a great rivalry match when Cannon Falls and Kenyon Wanamingo hook up. Both teams getting instructions here at halftime. Our score, 7-6 Northfield. Raiders scoring a 55-yard touchdown pass from Stanchina to Lanthier. Ethan Lanthier, a senior. Stanchina, a senior. They hook up for the 55-yard score. And the Faribault Falcons again had an Elijah Hammonds 16-yard run. He had a terrific, in that same series, terrific run for no yards. I know it's weird to hear that, but when you see the highlight, if you watch it on FCTV, you'll know what I'm talking about. 3 different guys had a shot at him. He was strong enough to get away from them and ended up back to the line of scrimmage when he should have been dead to rights about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here at halftime, Bruce Smithfield and Faribault will be back with more of your halftime report right after this 90-second timeout. Now we're here at halftime at Bruce Smithfield. As I said before, we're going to have our pregame at 1:45, kickoff 2 o'clock tomorrow for the BA homecoming football game. They're going to crown their homecoming king at halftime of that game. We're at Bruce Smith Field. The score is 7-6. The Northfield Raiders are in front of the Faribault Falcons by that scant 1.726. Just to review a little bit of what Ned Lewis said in our Tom's Lock and Key Keys for the Falcons. He said they needed to limit their mistakes. Well, they've had some penalties that have hurt them. They have had no turnovers yet. The Raiders have had 2 picks. Falcons have 2 interceptions. One of them set up their touchdown. Ehlers had that pick. And then Ramirez had the other pick. And that's where we sit here at halftime. The score 7-6, Northfield in front of the Faribault Falcons. Not a whole lot of difference here. The COVID, obviously, there's masks, coaches wearing masks and stuff, and they do spread out the players on the sidelines more. But other than that, I'm sure they're using some, sanitizer to wipe down the balls and that sort of thing, but not a whole lot of difference, thank heavens. You can just play football and forget about COVID for a while. That's what we all need. Very good contingent of fans there across the way from Northfield and some great fans below us. I'm pretty sure we're at capacity here at Bruce Smith Field. I'm going to get my binoculars out here and see if we got some people outside the fencing watching the game. And guess I do see a couple of people, but not a lot of them over that way. There are a lot more fans in looks like there's a whole pickup full. I think they're all from Northfield over there on the Northfield side. They got blankets on the grass. Somebody's got their SUV opened up in the back. They got a blanket. They're sitting in a chair. There's another pickup full of some young ladies across the way, too, from Northfield. The 250s allowed inside the gate. And, of course, the others are sitting around the outside of the gate. In 7-6 is our score. The Faribault Fire Department reminding us half of home heating fires are reported during the heating months of December, January, and February. Test smoke alarms at least once a month. This is Fire Prevention Week. Now, normally, Faribault Fire Department has an open house at the fire station during Fire Prevention Week. Obviously, they couldn't do that this year because of COVID. They just want to remind everybody to please be safe. People are spending more time at home during this time, and that means there's more chances of something happening. Fire department reminds us to keep matches and lighters out of a child's reach. Falcons are done with whatever adjustments they're going to make. They're coming to the near sideline from the right end zone. And the Raiders are still in the end zone to my left here at Bruce Smith Field. With the score Northfield 7, Faribault 6. We'll be back in 90 seconds. junior kicker Charlie Pratt for Northfield has been the difference maker here at halftime. He's got this extra point kick, and that's the difference. It's 7-6 here at the half. For halftime statistics, the Northfield Raiders have 128 total yards. Northfield with 128. They have run 30 plays. They have 119 yards passing on 7 of 19 passing. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Faribault Falcons have 87 total yards. They've run 28 plays. Northfield has 119 yards passing to 17 for Faribault. Faribault is 4 of 14 through the air. Obviously no touchdowns there. 11 rushes. 9 yards for Northfield on the ground. Faribault's got 70 yards rushing on 14 carries. Penalties, 1 for 5 for Northfield, 4 for 50 for Faribault. It was kind of a bugaboo. Again, 2 turnovers for the Raiders, none for the Falcons. Punts, 3 for 38-yard average for Northfield. Faribault 4 for 37.5-yard average. Each team has a sack in the first half. Palmer had the one for Faribault. First down, 6 for the Raiders, 1 rushing, 5 passing. And for the Falcons, they also have 6 first downs in the first half, 5 rushing, 1 passing. Third down conversions, 2 for 8 are the Raiders, 1 for 6 are the Falcons. Neither team is... Well, I guess the Falcons did try a 4th down conversion and were not successful. So Stanchina, 7 of 19 passing, 119 yards and a touchdown with 2 picks. Hunter Nelson has 4 completions out of 14 attempts, 17 yards. Elijah Hammonds has 49 yards here at the half on 6 carries. We'll see if they get the ball more. Lenway had 15 yards on 3, and Taylor Day had 1 for 11 yards. Top ground gainer is Monahan with 3 attempts for 10 yards for the Northfield Raiders. Defensively, 5 total tackles to lead the way for Northfield. Isaac Johnson. And for Faribault, Owen Ellenson has 3 solo tackles in the first half. I told you he had a heck of a first half to lead the way for the Faribault Falcons on defense. Get at the conclusion of our broadcast here tonight, we'll have our Malika's Auto Body player of the game, the crunch time player of the game. When your vehicle's in crunch time, there's no better place to take it than Malika's Auto Body. So the Falcons again receive here to start the second half. We'll see if they can get a nice drive going. And obviously the Northfield Raiders want to see if they can't turn the field position again. Going back deep is Mata on the near side. And on the far side for the Falcons is Nesberg. Pratt, I'm sure, will kick it off. Obviously, he's able to kick 40-yard field goals, or they wouldn't have tried that in the first half, right? He missed, but that could be a difference maker, too, in a close game like this, a guy who's got a good leg. The difference in this game is that extra point kick. As Pratt puts the tee at the 40-yard line, moving right to left on your radio dial. They're letting the clock wind down here. It's got almost a minute and a half on it. And so we got the 12 minutes put up there for the third quarter. Score 7-6 Northfield as we get ready to start the second half here on the mighty 920 KDHL. So Pratt tees it up. And we're ready to get the second half underway. So far dominated by the defenses. The kick, end over end kick, they're kicking it out of bounds. And of course the flag goes out. That's, I don't think, what they wanted to do. So Faribault will take it at the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. They're going to put it on the far side hash mark at the 35-yard line. Falcons moving left to right. Raiders right to left on your radio dial. Falcons in their Falcon green. White numerals, solid green helmets. Northfield Raiders in the solid maroon helmets with white uniforms. Maroon, I see no gold on their uniforms. Maroon and gold are their colors. Handoff goes to Hammond's first play. Bounces it off, broke a tackle. And he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the first carry of the second half. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a little more steady diet of him. He's a big guy. Can wear down the defense. Elijah Hammonds, a 216-pound junior. So from the 39-yard line, after a pickup of 5, it'll be 2nd and... There goes the handoff. Nope, he's going to keep it himself. Nelson bounces it outside. He's got the first down and more. He's out into Northfield territory. They're going to run him out of bounds. We'll see where they mark this. They're going to mark it all the way down to the 38-yard line of Northfield. So a nice 23-yard pickup there by Mr. Nelson. Double receivers, actually trips to the right. Mata's in the slot right. Outside of him for Faribault is Johnny Frank. Worrell's off to the left. Hammonds is the lone back. Nelson, high snap. He's going to whip it out to the right. Got a man on the move. He catches it while he's running. He's going to be whipped out of bounds on the tackle. Not before he picks up a good chunk of change. A little swing pass there over to Owen Nesberg. They're going to pick up about 7 yards on the play, and I'll tell you, they're looking good here to start this second half. I like the mixture of plays. Castile is a wingback left. Nelson takes the snap. He'll hand it off. Hammonds breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, dives for. He's got the first down to the 23 or 4 yard line. Boy, the line came off that time, the ball big time. During Fire Prevention Week, Faribault Fire Department reminds you the first thing to do in case of fire is phone 911. Receiver right, double receivers left. Nelson takes the snap. He'll hand off Hammonds again. Hammonds breaks one tackle, tried to twist out of another one. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. That'll be about it. Meanwhile, a good drive here. They started at the 35. When the kick was out of bounds by Northfield, and they've got it at the 22 now of the Northfield Raiders. Here in the third quarter, Falcons trying to go ahead. Fake handoff to Hammonds, and that took too long to develop. Nelson he faked the handoff, and by the time he gets done with a fake and everything, there's a mass of white and maroon clad jerseys around him. He's not going to pick up anything on that play. And the Falcons sputtering here. Pick up a yard maybe. Be 3rd down and 8. Receiver right. Couple of receivers to the left. Castile's a wingback left. And I think Faribault just took a timeout. Yep, Faribault just took a timeout. 8 minutes, 49 seconds to go. Obviously, they think this is a pretty crucial series for them. They've been moving right down the field here. Great mixture of plays, and you don't want to come away empty here if you can help it. They're in a 3rd and long, a 3rd and 8 at the 21-yard line of Northfield. Falcons travel to Casson-Manorville next week. At least they're scheduled to. KM Telecom Stadium with the artificial turf. So we'll see what they call here on a 3rd down and 8. They've had some success a couple of times with a slant pattern with Worrell in particular. He's 6'3". So here he comes. Nelson barks out the signals. Lineman leans back to hear him. He takes the high snap, hands it off to Hammonds, and nothing doing. Nothing doing. Hammonds doesn't get anything. Going to be 4th down and 8. So checking into the lineup for Faribault is going to be Nick Ehlers. Another tall guy. He was a quarterback last year. Nick's going to line up as a tight end left. On a 4th down and 8, let's see if they go with a jump pass here or something. To the tall Ehlers. Rolling to his left. Nelson looks, he throws to his left, and it's incomplete. Crossing pattern on the far sideline was intended for Worrell. It was incomplete. There were 4 white jerseys around him. So unfortunately for Faribault, they go right down the field and then sputter at the 21. Can't pick up another 1st down and end up having to turn it over on downs to the Northfield Raiders. I'm going to take over at about the 22. Lanthier, the man who caught the 55-yard touchdown pass off the left, and he's got little Mata on him. You don't see that. The run up the middle is going to go for a good chunk of change. Remember, they had virtually no running game in the first half. Monahan just took a straight dive play for about 8 yards. Just motored right behind his center. Kyle Schultz is a junior. Again, they don't have the heights or weights here for the Northfield roster. Shetland's wide to the left. Under center is Stanchina. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, drops back. The left-hander style. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked by Palmer. Palmer gets his 2nd sack of the game. He'll be brought down to the 22, they say, back to the original line of scrimmage. So they go back to the original line of scrimmage or thereabouts. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Coming jogging off the field for Faribault is Danny Seals. He's a 288-pound sophomore. Single receiver right, trips to the left. And one of the guys out here doesn't like he's being covered. Now they finally see him. Rolling to his left is Stanchini. He throws to his left and he throws it in the ground. It was nowhere near his intended target, who I believe was Clay Karsten. Or I'm sorry, it's Karsten Clay. They got the names reversed on the Northfield roster. So Mata's going to come back in and receive this punt, and unless it's a boomer, they should have decent field position. Lanthier, it's a high snap. He gets it off. Again, he lets it bounce. Now he picks it up on about the 3rd bounce. Oh, nice cutback. He's at the 45, he's at the 50, and he gets brought down just across the 50-yard line. On the tackle for Northfield was Viscaccio, Adam Viscaccio, the senior. That was a nice tackle. And so where are they going to put the ball? 48. Good field position again for Faribault. Remember, Coach Lewis thought that field position might be the Tom's lock and key to this game. So far, the Falcons have not been able to take advantage of the good field position they've had. Palmer's checking in on offense here. As Nearby comes out over the football. I formation this time. Handoff goes to the deep man in the I, and it's just going to be power forward for about 3 yards. The handoff was to Lenway. Just right behind that big line. No concessions here at Bruce Smith Field, so obviously you can't get a water for the game. Fake hand. Oh, my, they run into each other, and smartly jumping on the ball is Lenway. So they're going to lose all the way back to midfield. Loss of about 5 on the play as they recover their own fumble on the exchange. And it's going to be 3rd down and 12 from midfield. Palmer checks out. Got double receivers to the right. Mata's in the slot right. Outside of him is Frank. The throw is going to be out to Klecker, and he didn't catch the ball. And there's only about a 5-yard pass on a 3rd down and 12. So they're going to be 4th and 12 at midfield. And Faribault, I would think, would punt the ball here, try and pin Northfield deep. And don't kick it right to the guy, right? Try and angle it toward the sideline. You angle it toward a sideline. There's the snap. Here's the kick. And he kicks it right to the guy. He's going to take it to the 20, the 25, the 30, bounce it to close to the 35-yard line. You're going to mark it at the 34. I guess you got no chance of a fumble if you don't kick it to the guy, but if you could kick it out of bounds deep enough, you could certainly pin them back deeper than the 34. 7-6, Raiders lead it. 4:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Stanchina's in the gun. He's got backs on either side of him. Monahan, their leading ground gainer in the first half, stands to his left. He barks out the signals, hands it off up the middle, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 40-yard line. So a good pickup of about 6 on the play as the handoff went to Josh Johnson, the senior. Be 2nd down and about 4. Ball's at the 39-yard line. Shetnin's wide to the left, Lanthier to the right. Stanchina takes the snap, hands it off, and there's going to be a flag on the play. We'll see what this flag is, but Monahan got the ball, and he got Falcon sandwiched. I think Nearby was at the bottom of the pile, but there was a mass of green there. As Leet also checks out here, so they're going a little smaller. They're sorting out the penalty here. It's a false start against Northfield. So they're back to the 34-yard line. On a 2nd down and about 10. Stanchina. Again, the man started too soon. I don't know why they never call that. Shetnin started too soon. There's no flag. He's going to have a 1st down out to about the 48-yard line. The near side sideline, Coach Lewis is not happy. He started clearly too soon. 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go. He gets out to the 48-yard line and picks up a 1st down. So a first down to the 48-yard line. They had a long yards to go, and they picked it up. Stanchina is going to hand off to Monahan up the middle. He got bottled up, and then he bounces out for about a 2-yard pickup. On the stop that time for Faribault, Alex Leet was there. Also there was McCusker, the little guy. Playing linebacker, Cade McCusker, 150 pounds. And he's right there in the middle. Double receivers left. Got a wing back toward the left. Stanchina has Monahan to his right. Receiver right. Fakes the handoff, runs up the middle. Palmer makes the stop. He'll be short of the first down. It's going to be third down and a few here. Ball's at the 46-yard line of Faribault. Meanwhile, there's 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Each team has one score. That's all the scoring we've seen here tonight, as both defenses have really dictated this game so far. Trips to the right. Lanthier is off to the left. The man who caught the 55-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to go to him on a slant. It's incomplete. Great play, diving in front and knocking the ball away for the Falcons was Johnny Frank. That was awesome. He timed it perfectly. Tried to get it to Lanthier. It'll be fourth down, and this is perfect territory for a fake punt. They're at the 46-yard line of Faribault, and Bubba's done it many times over the years. 2:07 to go. If I'm the Falcons, I'm looking for a fake right here. Fourth down and about 4, and they're not going to fake it. Here comes the kick. They're just going to try and pin him deep. Mata can't catch it. He picks it up at the 2. Oh, my. He's going to be crushed inside the 5. Oh, man, that's exactly what Northfield wanted. Faribault back at the 2. They're hoping for a 3 and out. Great field position and try and get some insurance. If you want to ensure yourself a great experience when buying or selling a home, go to Professional Pride Realty in Northfield. Minute 54 to go, third quarter. From the 2-yard line, Faribault left to right on your radio dial. Tim Nearby comes out over the football. They're just going to try and power it up. That's not much else you can do. Nelson just goes right behind the center, and he's going to take it out of the 2, maybe to the 7. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 5. So pick up a 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. From the 5-yard line. You want to be careful handling the ball here. Nearby snap. He fumbled it. Oh, my. I didn't mean to say that. Almost was a call. The exchange was not good. He's going to go back to the 2 again. So they lost the 3 yards they just got. It's going to be third down from the 2. So the 3rd and 10. Nelson comes to the near sideline to get the play. Shetland was kind of over there too. I don't know if he had a chance to hear it or not. Under center is Nelson. They're showing blitz here. He's going to take the snap and follow a hole and just try and get it out to where he can get some punting yards. But he's only going to pick up 1. It's kind of a golden no-no, right? Isn't there a rule? I thought there was some kind of an unwritten rule that when you're going to receive a punt inside the 10, you don't I mean, that's how they get pinned up inside the 5 here. So we got, boy, is Northfield going to have great field position unless he booms one whale of a punt. And we're going to have the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters are in the book. It's been a defensive battle. The Northfield Raiders 7, the Faribault Falcons 6. Your fourth quarter comes your way in 1 minute. We start the fourth quarter. Faribault's going to punt from their own end zone here on a 4th down and 8 from the 4. So Shetland is standing at about the 35-yard line of Faribault to receive this punt. He's backing up a little bit now, but so Nelson will be punting from his own end zone. Will the Raiders come after it? There's the snap. They did not. He kicked it off toward the right, and they're going to mark it out of bounds at the 37-yard line. They did not kick it to the player that time. But man, oh man, talk about great starting field position. The 37-yard line of Faribault goes Northfield. And you get the sense a touchdown here by the Raiders would be hard to overcome. I mean, Faribault obviously has just the 1 touchdown. Northfield 1 touchdown as well. Lanthier off wide to the left, Shetland to the right, split backs, Stanchina standing between them. There's the snap, the handoff goes to Monahan. He tried to spin out of a tackle. Palmer on the stop. He grabbed those legs and he wouldn't let them go. Pickup of a couple on the play. This is the fourth quarter, isn't it? So receiver left and a receiver right. Stanchina again has backs on either side of him. Takes the snap. He'll roll to his left. He's going to pitch it to Monahan, and Monahan will be run out of bounds. Ehlers flings him out of bounds. Some of the Raiders wanted a personal foul call, but I don't think they're going to throw a flag on that. So Monahan took it. It'll be 3rd down and 9. The ball's at the 36. Lanthier, the guy with a 55-yard touchdown pass, is wide to the right. 2 guys inside of him, nobody wide to the left. Stanchina. Monahan stands to his left, drops back. He looks, he's in trouble. He's just going to wing it out there. And it was right off the hands, I think, of Mata in coverage on Shetland. And again, Shetland towers over Mata. But a nice job by Mr. Mata to break up that play. Isaac is 5'6". So the Raiders will punt and try and keep Faribault pinned deep. If you heard our Tom's Lock and Key keys to the game, the number 1 key that Ned Lewis mentioned, always it's turnovers, right? You don't want to have turnovers, make mistakes. But he said he thought field position would be huge in this game. When Faribault had it 3 times in Northfield territory to start drives in the first half. They only scored once, and so far they have not started a series. Mata calls for the fair catch and takes it. It'll be at the 14, I think. See where they put the ball down. My mask keeps sliding. 10 minutes, 58 seconds to go in this one. We do have a thrilling game. Raiders 7, Falcons 6. Couple of receivers left, single receiver right. Nelson's going to hand off to Hammonds. Hammonds dances his way up to about the 19. Be a pickup of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Hand off Hammonds again. Broke a couple of tackles. He'll pick up maybe 2 or 3. So it'll be third down and about, 3. Ball's at the 21, I think. Falcons moving right to left on your radio dial. Nelson came to the side to get the play, goes back to the huddle. Of course, the receivers, they weren't even in the huddle. Got Worrell off to the left, Mata's in the slot left. Wide to the right is Frank. High snap again, handoff up the middle. He bounces it outside. He's got the first down up the far sideline. Hammonds is going to take it all the way down to about the 39-yard line. That'd be an 18-yard pickup. And I don't see any yellow flags. They got him bounced outside. Remember, he had that long run in the first half on basically the same deal where he just bounced it outside. They're going to mark it at the 36. The 36. And let's see if they just ride Mr. Hammonds. Looks like he could tire some guys out with that 216 pounds ramming at you. Receiver right. 3 receivers left. Handoff Hammonds. Bounces it outside to the left. He cuts up over the 40. Close to the 42-yard line. He'll mark it at the 41. It'll be a pickup of another 5. They're going to mark it at the 40, actually. So we'll pick up a 4 on the play. Be second and 6 from the 40. And, of course, you do that a few times. You get those back linebackers in quicker, and the corners and safeties are pulled up a little bit, and maybe you get a little play action going. Double receivers right, single receiver left. Nelson's going to whip it off to Worrell. Worrell spins to his right, and he's going to go with a first down inside Northfield territory to the 48-yard line. 16-yard pass. There's a nifty little move there by Worrell as he reversed his field. From the 48 of Northfield, it's first and 10, Faribault. Faribault Fire Department reminds us to keep matches and lighters out of child's reach. Double receivers right. Worrell's off to the left. Nelson takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Hammonds. No, he'll keep it himself. He bounces it outside. He's got some room. He stops. He runs up the far hash mark straight forward and takes it all the way down to the 41-yard line or thereabouts. Nice 7-yard pickup. That was a nice fake to Hammonds. He had me fooled. My binocs followed him. 7:54 to go. Perfection here would be to run about 7 minutes off this clock and end up with a touchdown if you're the Falcons. Just take your sweet little time. Double receivers left, single receiver right. Nelson fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He runs like it's got shot out of a cannon straight up the field. Takes it down to the 33-yard line. Another 8-yard pickup. I'll tell you, the middle of that line deserves an awful lot of credit here for the Faribault Falcons. Tim Nearby is the center, Alex Leet, Devin Lockerbie are the guards. Tackles are Owen Ellenson and Tyler Gillen. And they might be wearing down the Raiders here. 7:13 to go, fourth quarter. Nelson takes the snap, hands it off to Hammonds this time. He batters up the middle. He maybe got a yard. They've been getting chunks of 7 and 8 yards prior to that. And, of course, Northfield's thinking, well, it's going to keep coming up the middle here. The big run by Hammonds, the two longest runs have been outside, where he bounces it outside. So, again, the receivers stay off to the left, don't even join the huddle. As Nearby comes out over the football. Hammonds is standing behind Nelson. Receiver right, couple receivers left. Fake handoff. Nelson looks to throw. He's got his man. And it's going to be close to a first down. Ehlers caught it. The tight end, he's a nice big target. Is Nick Ehlers, 6'5", 205 pounds, and he gets the first down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the pass play. Nice big target, crossing pattern, hard to cover. You just put it right at the 9. Very good-looking drive here for Faribault. With 5:49 to go, Northfield leads it 7-6. Pass off to the left, it's caught. He's dropped immediately. Not much on the play. They whipped it out to Worrell, and one of the guys over there for the Northfield Raiders was Gabe Sawyer. He's a sophomore, inside linebacker. Starts as a sophomore. Down to the 21. So it'll be second down and about 8 from the 21. Frank is wide right. Wide left is Worrell. Nelson pumps. Now he throws to the left, and it's going to be caught. Caught for a touchdown. Near side. Worrell. Just a fly pattern right to the end zone. 5:05 to go. And that gives Northfield an awful lot of time. Well, they missed a two-point conversion earlier, so obviously you're going to go for 2 here. You got a couple of tight ends here in Palmer and Ehlers. They tried to pass for the 2 earlier, and the way the middle of that line's been running, let's see if they give it to Hammonds here. Nope, they don't give it to Hammonds. Does he get in? He did. They followed Hammonds. Hammonds was a lead blocker on that play for Lenway, who scores the 2-point conversion. I like that play. 5:04 to go. They get the 2-point conversion. It's 14-7 Faribault. You think these guys are pumped? What a great game to open up the season with here tonight. You know, there have been a fair number of penalties, but not, 10 or 12 or 15 or anything like that. Each team had 6 in the first half. There haven't been a lot of them here in the second half. I mean, for all things considered, you only had 9 practices and you had no scrimmages. These teams have come out there and played pretty well tonight. The Cannon Trophy, I wonder if it's over on the sideline. I'm going to have to see if I can pick it up with my binoculars. They always battle for the Cannon Trophy, Faribault and Northfield. And like Ned said, they've only played a couple of times in the last 30 years, so the thing is feeling at home in Northfield. Palmer tees it up near the near side hash mark. 5:04 to go. There's the kick, an end-over-end kick. It's going to bounce at the 20. He catches it on the bounce. He's going to come up the near side, dive forward. Making the tackle that time for the Faribault Falcons was Owen Nesberg. He got all kinds of love on the sidelines. They're going to mark the ball at the 25-yard line, and that's where Northfield will start 1st and 10. Well, if you're a defensive back for Faribault, you don't want anybody to get behind you here. 5 minutes to go in the game. Obviously, Northfield would love to go right down the field and use up all 5 of those minutes or thereabouts. Remember, then they'd probably go for 2. Shetland in the slot gets a first down on the very first throw. Picks up about 16 yards on the first throw. That looked pretty easy for Northfield. He was in the slot, just went straight up the field, got a BB thrown to him, and gets the first down. Ball's at the 41-yard line. It is, and of course that was a quick hitter, so you're not going to get opportunity to sack him when he takes 2-step backs and zips it out. Double receivers right, single receiver left. You're in tune to KDHLAM, Faribault, Minnesota. Low snap, drops back, looks, Cox. He's in trouble. He's going to be brought down. Giving a big old bear hug and making the sack that time is guess who? Owen Allenson. Man, has he had a game tonight. Back to the 37-yard line. Faribault wants to get the 3 and out here. After giving up the first down in this series, and then see if they can ride the clock. Under 4 minutes to go in the game. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Stanchino rolls to his right, the left-handed quarterback. What's going to set up and throw, now he decides not to. Great coverage down the field. He'll go out of bounds. Palmer runs him out, and so do a couple of other guys. Worrell was over there. Also over there for the Faribault Falcons was Brady Beskey. He's a 6'1", 300-pound sophomore. Ball's at the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 14 for Northfield. So a huge 3rd down for the Raiders. 3:47 to go. There's good coverage down the field that time. Nelson. Falcons are telling their fans to make some noise. And you could probably hear them making noise. Meanwhile, we've got a timeout. 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go. The Raiders are going to take a timeout here and figure out what they want to call on a 3rd and 14. Faribault took the timeout on a 3rd and 14. Well, I thought it was Northfield. 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go. I mean, it didn't make a lot of sense for Faribault to take a timeout. So what do you dial up on a 3rd and 14? Now, you might be thinking getting 7 here and then 7 there because it's late enough in the game. You don't know if you're going to get the ball back. Boy, that last drive by Faribault was awesome. They started on their 14-yard line. Here we go. 3rd and 14. Stanchino has double receivers left, single receiver to the right. Drops back, he looks, he's going to heave it down the middle of the field, and it is caught! Lanthier catches a jump ball at the 33-yard line, and the Raiders are still alive. All the way down to the 33-yard line. The 30-yard pickup. That was just basically a jump ball. There were a couple of Falcons there, but nobody could get in front of them and knock it away. So Lanthier keeps him alive. He's off to the right. Stanchino takes the snap. Fumble, and he gets back on it, I think, or does he? Faribault's pointing their way. Northfield's pointing their way. The officials haven't said anything yet. And they say it's second down. He got back on it, evidently. He and Monahan had a bad exchange, and they lose a couple of yards. So a loss of about 4. And so here we go. From the 37-yard line. They have to have a touchdown, and then would they go for 2? That's the question. You got to get the touchdown first. Trips to the right, single receiver left, Stanchina. He's going to throw off to the left. He's got a man wide open, but he overthrew him. Boy, he had a good 4, maybe even 5 yards on the defender, did Lanthier, and he overthrew him. Faribault fans back on their feet at the insistence of the players on the sideline. 2 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the game. Falcons 14, Raiders 7. Northfield with the ball on a 3rd and 14 for the 37 of Faribault. Will they try another jump ball? Stanchina rolls to his left. He's in trouble. He avoids the sack. Oh, he's going to get away again. Throw it down the field. He's got a man wide open and running back. Oh, my, they're going to call interference on the play. Worrell ran into the receiver just as the ball was getting there at the 10-yard line. Stanchina was Houdini on that play. They had him dead to rights once, and then I thought another guy was going to get him, and he got away from him. And, of course, the defensive backs lost track of the receiver. So they're going to march this off, and it gives the Northfield a first down at the 22-yard line of Faribault, and they get 4 more downs to try and get into the end zone. If they score, do they kick the extra point, tie the game, or do they go for 2 for the win? Bubba hopes he has to make that decision. Receivers. Oh, here comes a blitz from Faribault. The handoff goes up the middle, and nice tackle by Palmer. As going up the middle that time was Melgren. He takes it down to about the 18, maybe the 17. Boy, another penalty just killed Faribault. They've had some big penalties in this game. In the first half, they had 6 for 50 yards. Receiver right, receiver left. Remember Coach Lewis saying in our Tom's Lock and Key mistakes are big too. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to take it down to about the 15 with 1:40 to go. Getting up off the bottom of the pile for Faribault is Brady Beskey, the 300-pound sophomore, and he races off the field. So it's 3rd down and a couple. Stanchina's not under center here. He takes the snap. He's going to throw out. There's a little button hook. There's a first down again to the 10-yard line with 1:14 to go. About a 4-yard pass. So they get another first down, and they're at the 10-yard line. 7 to go. Stanchina in the gun again. He's got Monahan to his right. Lanthier, the tall guy off the left. He started too soon. He forgot the count. That marches him back 5 yards, but it also stops the clock. 56 seconds. They should crank that baby up here as soon as they get her down. Although there's plenty of time. They do crank it up. Plenty of time here. trips bunched off, or there's double receivers bunched off to the left. Stanchina drops back. He is going to be sacked by Ehlers. Ehlers sacks him. Nick Ehlers comes in to get the sack. That drives him all the way back to the 22-yard line. Well, here we go. Going to be second down, and ball's at the 22-yard line. What a game. What a way to open the season. 40.6 seconds to go. Faribault scheduled to go to KM Telecom and play the Cass and Manorville Comets next week. We'll have BA's homecoming football game tomorrow on these airwaves. A 2 o'clock kickoff, 1:45 will be our coverage start time. And then at night we'll have the volleyball, a 7:15 first service schedule. We'll get underway at 7 tomorrow night. Both those games right here on KDHL. 40.6 seconds. It's second down from the 22-yard line. They can't get a first down before the end zone. Stanchina takes the snap. There's another movement on Northfield's part. The left tackle is a little antsy because one of the Falcons was moving around on the defensive side of the ball. So Faribault takes a timeout here with 40.1 seconds to go. They want to make sure everybody's on the same page. If you're Northfield, the most successful play you've had today has been jump balls with a tall Lanthier. Shetland's no shorty either, so just another jump ball. What a terrific high school football game. It's been a lot of fun to bring it to you. The Faribault Fire Department reminding us half of home heating fires are reported in the months of December, January, and February. Well, it makes sense. That's when you're using your furnace, right? Test smoke alarms at least once a month. A reminder from the Faribault Fire Department during this Fire Prevention Week. 40.1 seconds to go. Second down, all intents and purposes. Ball's at the 27-yard line. Obviously, they got 3 more cracks to get it into the end zone here. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. With a score 14-7, Faribault leading. Trips to the right, single receiver left. They're shaking the stands here at Bruce Smith Field. Stanchina takes the snap, drops back, he looks, he's in trouble. Palmer came late, a missed tackle by Monahan. He misses another tackle, and he's going to have it all the way down to the 17-yard line. Pickup of 10. But the clock is moving with 24 seconds to go. It's third down. Third down from the 17. Remember, they can't get a first down before scoring. Dropping back Monahan, he's in trouble. Palmer dives for his ankles. He rolls to his left, he throws to his left. It's incomplete, or is it caught? It's caught! It's caught for a touchdown! Back of the end zone, crossing pattern by Karsten Clay with 7.9 seconds to go in the game. It's a 17-yarder. They are kicking the extra point, which would make it tied at 14. Pratt, there's the hold. The kick is up, and it's good. 14-14, 7.9 seconds to go in the game. I honestly thought they might go for 2 there. I mean, you got 2 receivers that have been able to get jump balls and just a little fade in the corner of the end zone. But Bubba knows what he's doing. What a great game. Tied at 14 with 7.9 seconds to go. Now in high school football, you know, overtime, they place it at a yard line and get 4 cracks in, and then it's not like the pros or anything. Back deep to receive this kick. On the near side, it's Mata, and on the far side for Faribault is Nesberg. As Pratt is going to tee it up at midfield. Still got the soccer circle there. And here's the kick. It's a couple hopper. Nesberg's running up the middle, and he'll be brought down at about the 34 with 3.2 seconds to go. If you're Faribault, what do you do here? Just take a knee and go to overtime? 3.2 seconds. We'll see. What a game. They've got a major league free safety way back at the 15-yard line. And that's the tall Lanthier, in case they want to throw a long pass. Faribault also has a safety in case something happens. .2 seconds to go. They're going to take the knee here, and we're going to go to overtime. Oh, man. Season opener, Northfield Raiders 14, Faribault Falcons 14, overtime in 1 minute.
High school overtime is a little bit different than the college and the pro ranks. Team wins the toss, they take the ball or go on defense. 4 plays at the 10-yard line.
Well, we're going to overtime. Mr. Leet and Mr. Stanchin are out there for the coin flip. It looks like Mr. Leet. They didn't indicate who's going to have the ball first. They had him turned around. The Faribault won the toss. It's what your philosophy is. Would you rather go second and see how many points you need, or? So, of course, they picked the end zone that I can't see. Move over to my right here so I hopefully can see this. So we're going right to left on your radio dial here. They placed the ball at the 10. And of course, you get a few cracks. Northfield is going to have the ball first. So Faribault won it and decided to go second, which is what most teams do. play defense first. Stanchina has an I formation behind him. They haven't shown that today, and there's some sort of confusion here, and now they're going to walk over to the sideline. What a way to start a season, an overtime game. Northfield 14, Faribault 14. I haven't seen the cannon across the way. The trophy.
I just made sure it wasn't going to hit me in the head.
Looks like Mr. Viscaccio for Northfield has got his leg elevated on the bench across the way. He's got ice on it. So here we go again. It's overtime. Northfield has the ball first. Stanchina hands it off to Monahan. He bounces it outside. He's going to take it inside the 5 to about the 4.
He takes it 6 yards down to the Faribault 4, second and goal.
So it'll be second down from the 4-yard line. Northfield did not have much of a running game at all in the first half, and boy, they made a couple of adjustments and found a running game here in the second half, although it's been the pass that has been their best weapon so far. Well, your playbook is wide open here for Northfield. Got those tall guys you could throw a fade to. Maybe a jump pass. Or you still have the option to run. Maybe the option. Literally the option. We're in overtime at Bruce Smith Field. Both teams have 14 points on the board. Stanchina in the gun. Monahan's the up man in the I. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off to the deep man. It's going to be 6 points. 2 plays they go in. Josh Johnson scores. So Johnson gets the 6. That was, I'm sure the Faribault coach is thinking that was probably too easy. Stanchina, as they're going for 2 here, he's going to hand it off, and again, they get 2. I mean, he wasn't even touched. So Johnson runs for 4 yards, and then he runs for the 2-point conversion. And so Northfield in 2 plays scores and then gets the extra point, and all of it was right up the middle. So now you got to match it if you're Faribault, or the Raiders will go home with a win. Now they'll stay on that end, and Faribault will just switch sides, and Faribault will go from the 10. And if you're Northfield, you're probably thinking a steady diet of Mr. Hammonds. So here's where play action just might work for the Falcons. Nelson is away from the center. Oh, it's snapped over his head. He has to run all the way back to the 27 or 8-yard line. And instead of having to go from the 10, they're going to have to go from the 20. Well, they're going to mark it at the 26. Snapped over his head. Well, Coach Lewis was right before the game. Tom's Lock and Key said always in all football games, mistakes loom large, and it's some big penalties in this game, and there was a mistake there. So Nelson pumps. He's going to throw to his. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Oh, but he couldn't get it. Worrell was so open, and he couldn't get him the ball. There was a mix-up in the secondary or something, because, I mean, if they could have got him the ball, it was an easy 6. So it's going to be 3rd down. Ball's between the 26 and 27. So it might be closer to the 26. Mata comes in. Nelson went to the sideline. Worrell is off to the left, trips off to the right. You're so far out, you can't do a running play here. It has to be a pass. So back goes Nelson. He's going to whip it down. They got a deep slant. Worrell catches it. Touchdown! Worrell from 27 yards out. Now, of course, they have to get the 2 points, and then we do it again. Well, what do you do here? A quick slant. I formation. Under center is Nelson. He fakes the handoff. He rolls to his left. He throws, and it is in to Hammonds. So they got it to Hammonds for the 2 points, and now Northfield has to try again. We go to the second overtime. Boy, this old guy's ticker's about to go. 22-22, second OT. Stanchina has a conversation with the official here. They flip again for the second overtime. So Leet's going to go back out. He was successful the first time, right? Or maybe they don't. I don't know. They thought they did. I guess not. So Faribault will get the ball in this first. Faribault gets it first this time. I don't know why you don't just flip the coin again. There's a lot of strategy involved in that. You'd rather go second. Because if Faribault doesn't get in, they'll just kick, boom, field goal and win the game. Double receivers left, single receiver to the right. Hammonds didn't get the ball. Nelson's going to bounce it outside, and he's going to run down to about, well, he might have gotten to the 6 or 7. So they're going to mark it at the 8, actually. It's second and goal from the 8. And you have to score here, because if Northfield gets it and then Faribault doesn't score, all they have to do is kick a field goal. Hammond's going to bounce it outside, and boy, there was nothing there. I mean, nothing. Can't get away from any of the white maroon jerseys. It's going to be third down and goal. They're going to give them forward progress to the original line of scrimmage, I think. But you only got a couple more chances here to score. So let's see what the Falcons dial up here on a third and goal. Nelson takes the snap, rolls to his left. He throws, and that guy, Mata was wide open. So Mata scores. Of course, now you go for the 2. That was from 8 yards out. On their side in the game is 6-foot Jordan Klecker, the junior. Hammonds is the up man and the I. There's a deep man in the I. Nelson fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. He looks. He cuts inside a would-be tackler. Dives forward. Did he get in? He got in! Nelson just reached across the goal line to get the ball across the plane and got the 2-point conversion. Well, at least that's what they signaled anyway. The officials are talking about something here. They pick up the flag. There was a flag. They pick up the flag. So Northfield has to match Faribault now to avoid or to send it to a third overtime. Can it get more exciting than this? It's fire prevention week. And we've got one red-hot football game. Tied at, well, it's 30-22 Faribault now. Northfield scores. They need a 2-point conversion to send it to a third overtime. Stanchina, I formation. They've gone to this in the overtime. Handoff to the deep man. He's bottled up and brought down by the Falcons. They help up Mr. Monahan. Well, there were a host of guys there. One of them came from the defensive backfield. That was Owen Nesberg to help on that tackle. I'm gonna need a new mask. (30-22) Falcons lead. It's second down from the 11. They lost one. Stanchina has split backs on either side. Dropping back, Stanchina throws the jump ball, and it's gonna be caught. They went to Lanthier, and all it was a jump ball. Worrell turned to the official and said he pushed off. The official says, no, it's a touchdown. So if they get the 2-point conversion, we go to a third overtime. If the Falcons stop them, the game's over. 30-28. You want to bet it's another jump ball? Well, they're going to take a timeout here, I guess. They're going to talk it over, Northfield. It's quite a weapon to have, isn't it? Lanthier is a tall young man. Worrell's not exactly a shrimp. He's 6'3", but what a terrific high school football game. Regardless of how this comes out, it's been a great one for both these teams. Well, here we go. 2 points. They need the 2 points. Stanchina drops back. He's going to throw a jump ball, and it is caught. No, it's not. He did not catch it. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. They just threw the quick fade to the pylon to the right, and the Faribault Falcons are going to open up their season with a thrilling 30-28 double overtime win over the Northfield Raiders will wrap things up in 1 minute. Wow, what a game. Faribault Falcons win 30-28 in double overtime here tonight. Hopefully I'll get some final stats in a moment. We need to choose our Malika's Auto Body players of the game. And, well, we got a lot of choices. A lot of choices. You got a couple of guys that had some picks in this game. A couple of guys with some picks. They had a few sacks in the game. Palmer had 2 of the sacks.